बाबा कहते हो यही बच्चे मेरे ताज तुम्ही, नैन के नूर लाडलो मेरी आवाज तुम्ही, मेरी दुनिया में तेरे दम से उजाला है, तुम्हारे साथ का अनुभव बड़ा निराला है।
ओम शांति। आज का विषय है निर्विघ्न स्थिति। निर्विघ्न स्थिति कहो या विघ्न विनाशक स्थिति कहो, समाधान स्वरूप स्थिति भी कह सकते हैं। जब हम समाधान स्वरूप कहते हैं तो इसका मायने है कि कोई भी छोटी मोटी बात कोई भी आए तो उसका समाधान हो जाए, बस। इसलिए अब इस पर विचार करने की जरूरत है कि ये स्थिति हमारी कैसे बने। अब दो चीजें हैं, एक है स्थिति और एक है परिस्थिति। दो चीजें हैं। अगर स्थिति हमारी शक्तिशाली है तो परिस्थिति के ऊपर विजय हो जाती है, समस्या का समाधान हो जाना। जो छोटा मोटा विघ्न आए उसका समाधान हो जाना, तो उसको कहेंगे कि परिस्थिति के ऊपर स्थिति की विजय हो गई। तो इसमें मुख्य बात क्या रही? परिस्थिति कैसे भी हो, कुछ भी हो, क्योंकि परिस्थिति का आधार क्या है? पहली बात ये समझने की है, जिसे हम परिस्थिति कहते हैं। परिस्थिति कहाँ से आती है, कैसे बनती है परिस्थिति? उसके दो आधार हैं, एक है प्रकृति, एक है व्यक्ति। दो चीजें हैं। प्रकृति का क्या भाव है? प्रकृति का भाव यह कि हमारा शरीर है, ये 5 तत्वों से बना हुआ है। हम सब जानते हैं, इसको हम प्रकृति कहते हैं। 5 तत्वों को प्रकृति कहते हैं। अब प्रकृति की तरफ से भी कई दफा कठिनाइयां पैदा होती हैं। ये शरीर है, और अब सब जानते हैं कि समय कौन सा है। कलयुग के भी अंत का तमो प्रधान जिसे हम कहते हैं, ये समय बीत रहा है। तो इस समय ये जो हमारी प्रकृति है, शरीर जो है, ये भी ऐसे तत्वों का बना हुआ है। तो इसलिए ये भी कई दफा कठिनाई पैदा करता है, कुछ न कुछ बीमारी के रूप में, किसी न किसी रूप में ये कठिनाई पैदा करता रहता है।
निराली शान है, दिल तख्त पर हमें रख लिया, खुद से ऊंचा मान देकर नाम दिल पर लिख लिया। ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी, ताज तख्त और तिलक की हमको अमर जागीर दी, जिंदगी जीने की हमको एक नई तदबीर दी, आपने बाबा हमें।
Om Shanti. Transform the old sanskars and perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars. Nature and sanskars are liked by everyone. A Brahmin means to be someone whose nature and sanskars are liked by everyone. The majority are definitely liked by everyone, up to 95%. To be liked by everyone means to be light with everyone. Let that lightness be experienced through your words, actions, and attitude. Let your actions and attitude transform them. For this, imbibe the power to tolerate. Although a soul may be influenced by the sanskars of someone else, give cooperation to that soul. No one's limited sanskars should influence you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's date 26. Transform the old sanskars and perform the dance of harmonizing sanskars. Today's topic: nature and sanskars are liked by everyone. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Everyone is okay, joyful, light. Yes, very good. So, whole month we had been listening about transformation of sanskars or forming sanskars. Actually, sanskar become like a whole life in the sense of personality, characteristics, character, features, everything, nature. And some sanskars, let's say, sanskars are formed based on our actions. And our actions are based on our nature. And then nature depends on our awareness, our consciousness. Maybe there are differences, but I think that it becomes easy to have understanding whatever sanskars anyone has. But I am Baba's child. What should be my sanskar? And do I have any conflict of sanskars? Or I can harmonize sanskars? Am I flexible? Am I light? Or I'm very, very firm in my sanskars? First thing is, do we understand how important it is to look at our sanskars or transform our sanskars? Because our success of life, our beauty of life, everything depends on our nature. How flexible you are, how light you are. So whatever is needed, whatever qualities are needed, should be part of my sanskar. So let's hear what Baba is saying, that nature and sanskars are liked by everyone. I was sharing story that once Dadi Gulzar called me And she asked me, do you think everyone is satisfied with you? So I said, yeah, 98%, maybe 2%, or two souls, few souls. Have you ever called them to talk to them? I said, no. Call. So I said, this one, whatever. But she knew other reason of that person not getting along. And she said, do you know this? I said, no, I never knew. So what she meant is that sometimes is by talking, understanding the clarity, you can clear the differences in sanskars. Because we don't want to, sometimes go and talk to that person. So that is said, because if any one sanskar doesn't match, then it pulls the intellect. That means your yoga is disturbed very subtly, because it says in Gita also that your yoga of intellect can be pulled by the people who like you and those who dislike you, both. So we have to see nobody dislikes me, right? So Baba says a Brahmin means to be someone hmm, whose nature and sanskars are liked by everyone. The majority are definitely liked by everyone up to 95%. I would say 98. Baba is saying 95. To be liked by everyone means to be light with everyone. Many things happen, let go. Past is past. Let that lightness be experienced through your words, your actions, and your attitude. Baba said, let your actions and attitude transform them. For this, imbibe the power to tolerate. Although a soul may be influenced by the sanskars of someone else, give cooperation to that one. No one's limited sanskars should influence you. Yeah, it's interesting to churn. One needs to understand first one's own sanskar, where they emerge. Even sometimes we say, I don't like this, and this one is like that. So we do express what we don't like and what we like. And here Baba is saying, just be light with everyone. Our dadis used to say, everyone will be different. But you should not hold anything in your attitude for anyone. Because then heaviness in atmosphere doesn't give good feelings, happiness. Everyone thinks different, which is good in a way. But I shouldn't have problem with that. Baba has given us Srimad, right? So we follow Srimad, and our intellect becomes very light. But if I do what I want to do, or what Lokik people advise me to do, no, I want to follow Baba's Srimad. Whether correcting myself or whether harmonizing with others. Because when I need to change, I need to be sure where I should change. So looking at Baba's Srimad helps me to change and helps me to be light and harmonize the sanskars. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Avyakti Parivar. Good evening. You are Saturday night and we are Sunday morning. And Sister Mohini Didi is here in Gyan Sarovar in Daddy's cottage. And she's in a room that was built for her. And so my first question to you, Sister Mohini, do you feel the atmosphere welcome you, misses you? And when you step into these rooms that Baba has made for his children with such love, do you feel there is a welcoming from the atmosphere in the room itself?
I think yes, definitely, because there is a lot of love. And when there is love, then they prepare for you everything, the way they, even the food and everything, of course, was very welcoming. And last night I was able to spend some time with the Nivasis. And some of very young ones were also saying, oh, we were remembering, we were thinking if you could come and spend a day or two. So I think that after spending a day, I felt that I should, be here once in a while. And Didi Sudesh is here. But then she also wanted, that some consultations are required. And, we did so many programs in Gyan Sarovar. So they all like talk, menu and of those programs, and many departments, they work with me. So last night was like, again, they were thinking, oh, why don't you help us with this, that? They brought up all those things we used to think about, cleanliness of the place, little bit making it better. And so I think I felt very much close. And then I also felt that these are three campuses we have, Shantivan, Pandavavan, and Gyan Sarovar. And everywhere they have some important programs. Like we have Call of Time, we had Peace of Mind. And Pandavavan definitely has all the Brahmins. They are so attracted to stay there. And Shantivan is like a whole town, right? Brahmins village. So yeah, I definitely feel that to serve wherever, whatever capacity is needed. First I thought I have to be just at Shantivan. But yesterday I felt that whenever I am here, I should visit, spend a day or two also in Gyan Sarovar, and of course, Pandavavan if possible. So it's good.
Yeah, I felt that as if Gyan Sarovar was missing us. For so long, we haven't come. Since before COVID, we haven't come back here. And being here for the Call of the Time retreat, I'm beginning to feel that actual place needs us, and we should pay attention to come and be here. And so I was happy that Didi came up to Gyan Sarovar and is spending a few nights and being in Daddy's cottage. It has a very special feeling. And so all three of them are here right now. Sister Mohini, Sister Jayanti, and Sudesh Ben. And so the three Didis are here, so there's a very special feeling. Sanskaras and nature. I think there's nature, as Amir Chand Bhai was saying, the natural world, there's nature. Our bodies are from the natural world, the elements. So there's a nature in the bodies. And then there's sanskaras. There's nature. The elements have a certain sanskara as well.
Actually, nature is more like characteristics, behavior pattern, habits. but also nature is elements. And elements, kind of body you get is based on sanskars. And that is why if some of the way of treatment, like one is Ayurvedic, now they also connect your body plus even your nature in the sense of, you are strong or you are gentle and all that. All that also depends on the sanskars. So it's very interesting. They both are very connected. And that is why, our food habits, what we like, we don't like, we don't like hot. So Ayurvedic defines everything, that whatever you have from elements is based on your sanskars. And so, like if air is more in the body or fatness is more in the body, whatever is more, it's not in balance, is because of some sanskars. So it's very deeply connected, our nature and both nature, physical and also in the sanskar, nature is from sanskars.
So, nature of the soul is something that people find very difficult to relate to. Just like smrti and sthiti, stage and awareness, they're very subtle. And so if I want to understand and experience my nature in a more meaningful way, you're saying, look at the food you take in, look at the way you eat, look at the way you take care of your body. And that would indicate to you the type of nature you have, of course, in the initial stages. So if I'm taking a lot of food that is hot, that pepper hot, chili hot, it means that there's a lot of heat in the body. And that is directly connected to a sanskara that may be hot, that may be fiery hot, that may be aggressive hot, that may be anger hot, that may be impatient hot. Is that the connection that I could kind of understand my nature?
Yeah, it's not only food, but yeah, food is one of the habit. What do I like to eat? And some people like a lot of starchy food. Some, they eat lighter food. Food is one of the habit, but sleep is another thing. And the way I speak, the words I use, complete behavior. Actually, that comes from the nature, from the sanskars, but connected with nature because soul is in the body. So both are functioning. The nature of the soul and nature of the body. So Baba constantly make mention about nature of the soul, which is called Swabhav. And Swabhav means Swa is self, Bhav is your feelings, your intentions, your desires. Everything really depends what is called Bhav, Swabhav. And that is where like temperament, in other words, is also part of Swabhav. Some are calmer, some are very much get disturbed, some remain light, some are very much sensitive to different issues. Even all of us are sensitive to different things, and then we respond and we react. All that is really coming from our nature of the soul. So if we call it nature of the soul, nature of the body, maybe it's more clear. But they are very connected. And that is why even some of the doctors will look at your pulse and tell you exactly what sickness is there. And then also there are some people, their liver is weak. Some they have a stomach is very sensitive. all that is really connected also with our sanskars and then habits.
And so, for instance, if the swabhav, which is the nature, is where my temperament, my desires, my feelings live in, therefore, my nature is also expressed through the way I speak, through the way I look, through my senses then.
Attitude.
And so nature could be understood in a very simple way as the space between the sanskara and the action. The swabhav is between the awareness that I have, the smriti, and then the action that I'm about to do. And so Baba talks about transformations. If I transform the nature, for instance, if I know I'm about to speak and my tone, I'm aware that my tone carries a little bit of impatience, then if I pause and I say, no, I mustn't speak with that tone. Let me be in Baba's remembrance. Let me become peaceful and then speak in a more understanding, caring, peaceful manner. Would that help me to transform the sanskara?
Yeah, because whatever actions you're doing, they form the sanskars. And whatever sanskars are already formed, they will reform. That means they will change. That means after you pay attention, 1 month, 2 months, I'm not going to talk in a way I'm reacting or use the words which could create little bit turmoil or, so I think if one pays attention for a month or two, then what we're doing now will form the sanskars. And those sanskars will help us. Transformation is happening. New sanskar are being formed. And that is why Baba keeps saying that actions are very important. Then words are very important. Then thoughts are also very important. It's really, if you pay attention, you see a lot of change in yourself.
Mm-hmm. And 95% of people would like you, he's saying, but this other 5% may not like you. So what is it Baba means by that? 95% of people would like you.
That means you are able to connect and relationship, friendship with 95. With 5, you are not able to get along because of their sanskars. And that is why in the end Baba says, don't be influenced by anyone's limited sanskar. But we are influenced. And when we are influenced, then there is heaviness. Like, that person you see, you will react, or you might say, I'm not going to talk to you, or keep them aside. In all 5%, he says maximum 95%. With some, there could be more or less.
But the 5%, would that be the mirror for me to change myself? So that 5% will always be there, so that I could never feel that I've achieved perfection and completion. But it reminds me to be humble. It reminds me to be what he used, tolerant. And I'll come to tolerant as the last question. So is that 5% not bad, but actually good for my own progress, my own humility, my own egolessness?
Yeah, Didi used to tell us that keep little bit far from those who praise you, but appreciate those who criticize you, because they are showing you what you are really, and you should accept it and kind of bring transformation. Yeah, so they definitely help.
So, and Baba would also say they're your friends. They're not actually your enemies. They're not there to create to defeat you. They're there to give you victory. So treat them as the most important 5% in your life, because this is where your victory lies.
Yeah, but then there are some, then they are like obstacles too, because everyone agrees, and if those 5 don't agree, then you fail in certain things. I think that it should be that we need to be friendly, compromise with them, but you cannot compromise on the principles of life or of organization. You can compromise there, even if they are against you or criticize you. But also, finally, they will love you because you stayed by Srimad, or you stayed by rules, regulations, and not start doing what your mind dictates you or opinions of others. So I see it both ways, that they also 5% need to change. So we are agreeing not to each other. We are agreeing to principles. We are agreeing to Srimad. So actually there shouldn't be any differences if we see it. But if there are somewhere they are disobeying or I am disobeying some of the Srimad, and that's why there's disagreement. It might not be personal, but it's on the principle.
Right. I was going to ask you that sometimes some people's nature is to uphold the relationship, that I must not upset the other person. And so let me put the principle aside and deal with the person and try to harmonize with the person's sanskars. And then other people would say, okay, let me uphold the principle and use the principle. It may take longer, but use the principle in order to harmonize my sanskara with the other. But then it creates a kind of a tension in the relationship. So this balance of upholding the principle and using the principle to create the harmony in the sanskara takes a little bit more effort. But it's easier to just please the other person and to say, okay, go ahead, do what you want to do. And here's the principle, you uphold it. And then you just kind of become detached. Is that what it's called, tolerance?
The behavior of those who don't agree with you, you have to tolerate that. They might not say good things about you. They might not be pleased, but it shouldn't affect it because it's their sanskars. And I would still stay by principle because it will support me and that's my strength. So I'm not going to give up. And but I don't have anything wrong or anything about anyone in my attitude. I am still loving, I am still friendly with them, but not agree to what they are doing. So sometimes you have to tolerate because those people can say things against you or because they are not happy with you. Then you couldn't please them. But I think that, somewhere we all have to follow Srimad. We all then will agree there will be sanskars. Milan means harmonizing sanskar. That can only happen if we all follow Srimad, if we all follow, principles. And so tolerance is really more like they are getting upset or they are saying things to see your images down or whatever. I think 5% is lot. It could be 2%, but there are always 1%, 2%.
At this stage in your spiritual accomplishments, would you say that you tolerate, or would you say tolerance has become something that is so natural you don't tolerate? It's just natural. You just love and let people be.
I feel sometimes I have to tolerate, because if some things are happening in front of me, which I don't feel they are right, then you have to tolerate or take a chance to. I believe you set a good example and try to cooperate even those who are, have difficult sanskars. Because everyone has again 95% good sanskars, 5%. So you cannot discourage them or disappoint them. So you cooperate, but sometimes you have to tolerate.
Thank you, Sister Mohini. Thank you very much.
Thank
And I hope you enjoyed Vyakti Parivar. There must be lots of churnings you have on tomorrow's for you. Avyakti signal, it's very, very deep. And Sister Mohini has given us a lot to churn on and to experience. Om Shanti.
Yeah, when she goes in depth and asks the questions. Even last time, some people commented that they wouldn't have understood many things if there was not that conversation about influence and how do we know we are acting under someone's influence. So thank you very much, Gayatri Ben. Even if you are busy, you make time, right? Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, thank you. And now tomorrow is Sunday, and our schedule from Amritvela 3:30 am to 4:45 am. Meditation will start at 6 am, followed by Hindi Sakar Muli, followed by meditation, Bhog offering, English Avek Muli. Evening 6 o'clock Bhakti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series, and chit chat. So now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं दाता तेरी याद में, बिन मांगे सब कुछ है पाया, क्या मांगू फरियाद में। हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं दाता तेरी याद में, बिन मांगे सब कुछ है पाया, क्या मांगू फरियाद में। तू ही समझता दिल को हमारे, करता मेरी हिफाजत है, तुझ पर ही तो हक है सारे, तू ही मेरी ताकत है, तू ही समझता दिल को हमारे, करता मेरी हिफाजत है, तुझ पर ही तो हक है सारे, तू ही मेरी ताकत है, तू ही सबसे पहले दिल में, बाकी सब है बाद में, हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं भगवन तेरी याद में, तू ही सबसे पहले दिल में, बाकी सब है बाद में, हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं भगवन तेरी याद में। दिल जो गाता तू वो गजल है, तू ही भरता मुझ में बल है, तुझसे मुकम्मल मेरी सांसें, तू ही जीवन सबका तराशे, दिल जो गाता तू वो गजल है, तू ही भरता मुझ में बल है, तुझसे मुकम्मल मेरी सांसें, तू ही जीवन सबका तराशे, तुमने दी है हर एक खूबी मुझको आशीर्वाद में, हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं साहिब तेरी याद में, तुमने दी है हर एक खूबी मुझको आशीर्वाद में, हम तो सदा महफूज हुए हैं साहिब तेरी याद में।
ओम शांति, ओम शांति।